As the Vic Mignogna sexual allegation story continues, we have brand new tweets from a user known as Michelle over on Twitter that put out a story basically elaborating Vic Mignogna in full detail in disclosing how Vic Mignogna was back in the day before he had acquired an acting gig in having to portray various voices that we've all come to love and know today, in which I am going to present and read on screen. But I would like to know in the comment section below if you guys stand for hashtag kick Vic, or if you guys stand for hashtag I stand with Vic. I would like to have an intellectual conversation down the comment section below in order for myself and many others to gain a better understanding as to why you guys decided to be on the side that you choose. And again, if you guys want to be up to date with all the latest news, information, and details, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and slap a like down below if you guys love anime and Dragon Ball, as the details behind Michelle's recent tweets over on Twitter goes as follows, and I quote from Michelle: "It's making me crazy how folks assume allegations against Vic Mignogna are made up or blown out of proportion due to his affectionate upbringing. Nah, y'all, I knew him before he was famous. I am at liberty to share my story, so why the hell not? Maybe it'll help someone. Sophomore year of high school, I was cast in a spring play. Our teacher brought on a 26-year-old talent as an assistant director. He worked as a cameraman at the church affiliated with our private Christian school and produced Christian music videos. His name was Vic Mignogna. Vic would have me stay after rehearsal to work on my character. Then he'd invite me to sit down with him while we played piano and sang love songs. I thought of him as a handsome, caring mentor who I looked up to and had a girlish crush on. After the play and school year ended, Vic started stopping by my summer job. Then one afternoon while I was on a bike ride, he pulled me over and told me he really wanted me to see a new worship video that he had been working on. He asked me to follow him to his house. I did. Once there, I felt 1, that I should not have come, and 2, obligated to stay. I decided to watch the video and talk to him about it a while just to be nice, then leave. I didn't want to seem childish or worse, rude and ungrateful, but everything about it felt so off. Vic and his roommate had a tense conversation. Could have sworn I heard the guy ask how old I was before he stormed out of the house. Vic retreated to his room, then came out shirtless and smelling even stronger than usual of cologne. I was confused and told him I should go. He coaxed me to stay and he put his arm around me and stuck his tongue in my ear. I told him my mother would be wondering where I was, that I really needed to go. He said, and I quote, "Let's just enjoy each other," and pushed the weight of his body on me. I insisted I had to go. He never struck me or injured me or torn my clothes off my body, but he did not back off either. I pushed back against him, repeatedly insisting that I go. Finally, he said, "Fine, get out, leave." His eyes, once kind and mesmerizing, were now ice cold and cruel. He hated me. I ran out in shame, hating myself. I rode around aimlessly in tears before finally returning home. The inevitable question would be, did I report it? Unfortunately, no. It's hard to convey just how toxic / controlling the patriarchal purity culture of fundamentalist sanity is. Who would I tell? My whole world, parents, school, church, social circle, even where I worked, hell, the whole damn town was all tied up in the ministry Vic represented and worked for. I literally do not know anyone who wasn't inside of that bubble. To add to that, I feel ashamed / embarrassed for having imagined that this man had seen any talent or promise in me. I had been naive, obviously the dumbest girl in the cast, which was why he singled me out in the first place. He truly was a gifted actor, and I was a fool. I barely ate or slept for weeks. I did write in my journal, which my mother eventually read, and she said, "I can't believe you went to his house. We won't tell your father about this," and we literally never spoke of it again. Yeah, you better believe that came up in therapy later. I told one friend who confronted Vic at church. He acted hurt / offended, insisting, and I quote, "I never even kissed her." I hesitated. I mean, he'd never kissed me on the mouth. Does sticking your tongue in someone's ear count? I didn't know. I felt like a stupid girl. I continued to see Vic at church because I had to go, but we never spoke. It was awful. I both feared him and longed for closure with him. I wanted to believe that it wasn't so bad, it hadn't actually happened that way at all, that he was a good person. Mostly I wanted not to hurt so much. He eventually moved to Houston and I moved on with my life. Now I've been happily married for 25 years and our kids love anime. I literally choked one afternoon when I heard them talking about Vic Mignogna. It had to be him. I looked it up, it was. Holy fucking shit. Then the Me Too movement began, and these brave women helped affirm that what had happened to me was 100% wrong and not in any way my fault. I was a student, no older than my daughter is now, and he was nothing short of a predatory staff member. I finally let myself get truly angry. I eventually told my daughter about Vic. She was extremely upset. She loves RWBY and Kuro with an adoration that folks who aren't fans can't fully comprehend. I hated to hurt her. She agreed to stay far away from him if it ever came to that and warned her friends to do the same. Then came the recent news. He had been fired for sexual harassment. All these years later. Do I feel validated? Honestly, it's more of a gut punch. One question haunts me though. How many have suffered because I didn't go to the police that day? Apparently, a lot. I am so sorry. I honestly don't give a shit what happens to Vic. I share this for the victims. I want you all to know the actions of one sad, twisted up man do not define you. Fans blinded by his talent and charm cannot devalue you. There is shame, but it is his, not yours. Reject it. May healing begin to take root with you. May it grow into strength and power you never knew you were capable of, because you are capable. You are formidable. We all are. #MeYou. As she goes on to later post an article and stating, to reiterate, I share this with solidarity with victims. I don't give a fuck about these haters and block without battling an eye. But yes, this was TRBC/LU/LCA. He started in Annie earlier that spring. I'm a grown woman and was way too busy to waste my time lying about this, y'all. As she goes on to post an article that dates back March 1st, 1989, which basically goes to show that there is an individual out there who has known Vic Mignogna before he had blown up on the anime scene by posting an actual article from 1989 in which Vic Mignogna, shown on the left, was a part of a musical. As she goes on to testify her experience with him, I would like to know in the comment section below, do you believe that there is some validity in the statements that Michelle has put out? Is she in the right in having to come out now instead of reporting to the police many years ago as to what had happened? Or do you also think that based on the Me Too movement alone that this is all fabricated nonsense? I would like to know if you guys believe her story or not, because in my opinion, I don't think the Me Too movement even needed to be started for someone to come forward. It's as simple as if you see something, you say something. If something happens, you still go as far as to say something. It's almost as if witnessing a murder and allowing the murderer to walk free. If Vic Mignogna is guilty, and there's irrefutable factual evidence to support the idea that Vic is guilty in all of these allegations and what he had done before and even currently within his role having to be a voice actor in the anime community, then Vic Mignogna should definitely be put away, sentenced to prison, have his jobs and titles revoked from animation. But of course, if he is innocent, then again, as I've stated previously, a public apology should be issued to the guy, being that his entire livelihood is being destroyed before everyone's very eyes. A lot of people do have mixed reactions, mixed emotions, and mixed opinions on the entire situation. A lot of people are with #IStandWithVic, and a lot of people are for #KickVic, but I don't think in this particular situation, Michelle has anything to gain from this entire narrative. She's not a part of Funimation. She isn't a part of any specific anime sector and or community. This is an individual that had simply known Vic before he had blown up and became famous. So you have to also beg the question, does her story count and attribute for irrefutable evidence? Does her testimony hold weight in what she is claiming? I would like to know in the comment section below, because again, there are a lot of people that are starting to come out now and having to testify against Vic, as many other people are coming out in Vic's defense and having to debunk a lot of these claims by lack of evidence or distorted evidence. There are a lot of people that are for both sides, and I would like to know in the comment section below, where do you guys stand and what are your thoughts on Michelle's story? I would like to know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, I hope you guys are enjoying your day and or night wherever you guys are from. Hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop with all latest news, information, and updates. Slap a like down below if you guys simply love anime. Let's spread love and positivity around the world. Thank you all for your time, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.